Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today I just had to make a video because I've not in about a week and I'm sorry, but I have been working on the pond outside and I've also been planning for my big Orlando trip coming up here in like less than 2 weeks. In case you guys don't already know, me and my buddy Miles are going to Orlando, Florida the weekend of June 12th. We are going for Aquashella, which is pretty much like the biggest aquarium convention in the world. So if you guys want to meet me, I will be at Aquashella June 12th and 13th. So yeah, I've been planning for that. I've been working on the pond outside and it is almost done. Like we're really close to having it completely done, but it's still going to be a couple days and I wanted to get a video up for you guys. So today we are going to be getting some fish for my 40-gallon frog tank, which by the way completely cleared up within like 2 days. In my last video I built this double-decker aquarium rack, and at the end of that video the tank wasn't really clear. It was still super foggy from everything being stirred up, but like I said, within a couple days it became completely crystal clear. All the frogs are happy as can be. We got Betty right there, Bertha poking her head out over there, and then Freddie is also in the log. You can see his foot right there, and they actually also laid eggs. You can see a couple right there, a few more back there, a couple in the filter, but none of these eggs hatched and they were all white, which means they're dead. And I believe that's because one of the female frogs that I have is infertile. I'm not sure exactly why they would be infertile, but I think one of them is because last year Freddie, my male, reproduced with one of these females and actually successfully had the babies. That's how we got Frankie right over there. So I know at least like one of these females is fertile, but every single egg that I saw in here was dead. So that's what makes me think one of these females is infertile. But anyway, in the last video when we built this double-decker rack, I took all the Buenos Aires tetras out of that 40-gallon tank and put them over here in the 55-gallon, and you can see they just look amazing in there. That huge school of them, they always stick together. It's super cool looking. And they all seem super happy in this tank, but unfortunately these live plants don't seem too happy in here because these Buenos Aires tetras do like eating live plants. And I forgot that was the reason I even took the Buenos Aires tetras out of this tank in the first place and put them in the frog tank. I completely forgot about that, but I mean, I have nowhere else to put these Buenos Aires tetras, so these live plants may or may not be completely eaten. But the point is, I miss seeing fish over here in this 40-gallon tank. These frogs, they're cool, don't get me wrong, but they don't really move a whole lot. I mean, they just kind of sit there and move every once in a while. And I miss seeing like constant action in this tank. I want to be able to look over here and see movement. So today we're going to go to like 1 or 2 of my local fish stores and try and pick something out for the 40-gallon tank. But you guys also know me. Whenever I see a fish I like, I just can't really help myself and I just buy it on the spot. That's probably what's going to happen today. I don't know though. But the main goal is I just want to get some fish for the 40-gallon frog tank. And there are some requirements. These frogs are like pretty passive aggressive, if you want to put it that way. They mind their own business, but they will eat anything that they can fit in their mouth. So we want to make sure the fish we get are big enough to where that will not happen. But on the other side of things, we also want fish that are not aggressive, that will not like pick at the frog's feet or anything. We want to get like a friendly community fish that's big enough that it won't get eaten by the frogs. And I've been thinking like for the past few days what kind of fish I could put in there. And at the top of my list right now is like maybe I could get a little school of rainbow fish, which I have had in the past. Rainbow fish are super cool. They're kind of shaped like footballs, but they have crazy colors and they actually can change colors. Believe it or not, I had a turquoise rainbow fish who was blue, but then when he got excited, his head would actually turn orange. It was super cool. They're a super unique fish and I would love to get a little school of them for the 40-gallon. So we're gonna keep an eye out for that. If we can't find any of those, then I might just get a pair of angelfish for the 40-gallon. Before I put my 2 angelfish in the 55, they were in the 40-gallon and they did just fine with the frogs. So that's the backup plan, and if neither of those work out, then we'll just see what else we can find. So that's the plan for today, but before we leave to the pet stores, I do want to give you guys a few updates. First of all, a quick look at Pluto, the flower horn. I know you guys all love him. He's doing great, and I was actually looking at him the other day and I was like, I don't really think he's grown that much since I got him. But then I looked back at the video of when I got him and I was definitely wrong. He has grown so much. I have like a couple clips of that rolling right now. I forgot how tiny this dude was when I got him, so he has definitely grown up quite a bit. There's an obvious change in his colors, as you can see right there. Yeah, he just looks super happy and healthy in here. And like I said, he is growing, so a tank upgrade might be in his near future. Right over here we have Junior and Midas, the red-eared sliders. They are also definitely growing quite a bit, and they are going to be going in there very soon. I'm going to be making this empty 40-gallon breeder tank into a turtle tank for those two, along with my other 2 baby turtles that I have upstairs. And I do want to mention real quick that I know that all 4 of those turtles cannot stay in that tank for very long, and the plan right now is to keep them in that tank for as long as it takes for me to upgrade this 75-gallon cichlid tank to a 125-gallon tank. So when I do that, this 75-gallon will be empty, which I can then move the turtles from that tank into this tank, and that would leave this 40-gallon tank open, which we could then put Pluto in. So that's kind of the plan right now. Obviously that could change very quickly, but that's kind of the outline of what I want to do. That's all still quite a while away. But yeah, now I think it's time we head over to the pet store and take a look at some fish. Alright guys, so that first store that I went to had a lot of cool stuff, but nothing really big enough to go in my tank. Pretty much everything in there would probably fit in my frog's mouth, so we're not going to do that. I'm going to head over to another local fish store, which should have some bigger stuff. They usually have some real big fish. So hopefully we can find something we like, and I'll see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so like I thought, that second fish store did have what we were looking for, and I actually already got them and drove all the way home, and we got 4 rainbow fish right there. They are big enough to where the frogs cannot eat them, and these guys are just super cool. Let me give you a better look at them. We got 2 turquoise rainbow fish, which is that one and that one up top. That's what I had before, and I only had one of them, which I shouldn't have, because these are schooling fish. The guy said you should have like 4 to 6 of them, and I might even go back and get 2 more. So we got the 2 turquoise rainbow fish, and then we have this orange one, which is super cool, and I can't remember the exact name of it. It's an albino something or another, and I'll have the exact name like on the screen if I find it. And then that one I also cannot remember the name of, but I'll also have the name of that one. These guys are all super cool, and we're gonna get them in there to start acclimating, and you can get a real good look at them right there. That orange one is definitely my favorite. Oh my, just look at that thing. That is sick. And that one on the bottom there is like part blue, part orange. So whenever he gets comfortable in this tank and his colors start coming in, I'll give you another look at them. They are going to look unreal. And then the 2 turquoise rainbow fish that I got, they just will be like a dark blue. Still super cool looking. So we're gonna give them about like 20 minutes to acclimate. And while that's going on, I actually forgot I wanted to update you guys on the baby hybrid cichlids, because they are just growing away, and they're actually getting to the point where like they're smart enough to, whenever they see me, they just like hide. So you can see a bunch of them back there, like under the filter is where they like to hang out. 1 or 2 of them actually like to hide in the bag of biomedia right there. You can see one of them right back there, kind of funny. I'm probably gonna end up taking that out so they don't get stuck in there. But yeah, they're all looking good. They've been eating good. I think we have like 14 or 15 of them at this point. Same thing goes with any fish or like animal in general. It is survival of the fittest. Obviously we started with a lot more than 15 of these cichlids, but over time the weaker ones die out and the stronger ones survive. That's just what happens. Same thing happened when my Buenos Aires tetras breeded. Same thing happened when my African clawed frogs breeded. It's just survival of the fittest. So the 14 or 15 of these guys should grow up to be nice and strong, healthy cichlids. But yeah, now we are going to give those rainbow fish like another 20 minutes to acclimate, and then we can put them in their new 40-gallon tank.
A few moments later.
Alrighty guys, it has now been about 25 minutes, so these guys are definitely ready to go into their new tank. So I'm gonna grab them out of here, and I'm gonna put them in this bucket where I can then just grab them out with a net. I'm gonna slowly turn the bag over, let them all flow out of there. And now let's put them in. I got the first one right here, and there he goes. Got the next one. Looks like those were the 2 turquoise rainbows that I got first. Yep, then this one is that blue and orange one, and there he goes. And now we've got that orange albino one. And there he goes. Oh yeah, he looks awesome in there. So there's the all orange one and one of the turquoise ones. There's the other turquoise right up there. And then there's that blue and orange one. That guy's super cool. And yeah, we're gonna check in on these guys tomorrow because their colors are going to be a lot brighter, especially those turquoise ones. They're all looking just a bit pale right now just because it's a whole new environment. So it'll be super cool to see how they look like tomorrow and days after. I'll obviously keep you guys updated. We're gonna give them some time to get adjusted to this tank, and then we'll check in on them tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is now the next day, and yesterday after I put the rainbow fish in the 40-gallon tank, I watched them for a while and they were making me really nervous. They were getting real close to the frogs, and I actually did see the frogs strike at them a few times. So I went with my gut and put all the rainbow fish in the 55-gallon tank. You can see one right there, one right there, one right there. So we're gonna leave them in that tank for now and grow them out a bit more, and then eventually I will move them back into the 40-gallon. But I think right now they're all just small enough to where the frogs could probably take them down. So yeah, they'll just stay in the 55 for now. They seem to be doing just fine in here so far. I haven't noticed any like major changes in their colors yet, but of course that will just come with time. And as I always do, I will keep you guys updated on them in future videos. That is going to do it for this one, and today's comment of the day goes out too. And if you want your comment to be the comment of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I'm going to see you in the next video.